Now, I've known George Galloway for many years. I was taken by him to Gaza in 2009. It was the second of the Viva Palestina convoys. And that's just one aspect of what George Galloway did to break the siege of Gaza. In many ways, George Galloway embodied the spirit of Palestine Action before there was Palestine Action, in his willingness to take on the full might of Israel, to look them in the eye and say, we are going to break this illegal siege. And he did that. George went to the United States, really at the zenith of its imperial power. And he looked the war dogs in the eye and he told them, there's nothing guilty about me. It's you who are the guilty ones. I have absolutely no compunction about stating that George Galloway should not be platformed at all, and that George should be supported in Rochdale and people should vote for him. Let's be clear about the choices that people have in Rochdale. They have Keir Starmer's Labour Party. Now that is the Labour Party of Gary Lubner, Israel lobbyist who's pumped millions into the Labour Party, Trevor Chin, key Israel lobbyist who has funded Starmer, Streeting, and David Lammy. Let's just remember that David Lammy is somebody who teaches a course about settler colonialism at SOAS, about several different settler colonial societies, but not Israel. Because David Lammy is funded also by Trevor Chin and the Israel lobby. Moreover, the Keir Starmer Labour Party is the party that gives you Lisa Nandy leading the Labour Friends of Palestine, simultaneous to Lisa Nandy being funded by Trevor Chin, the key Israel lobbyist. Keir Starmer's Labour Party is not the one that takes on Israel and breaks sieges of Gaza. It's the one that says Israel has the right to cut off water, electricity, food, and other key things that people need to survive. That Israel has that right, as Starmer put it. But also, more importantly, it's the kind of Labour Party that welcomes into it and employs Asaf Kaplan, a former agent of Israeli Military Intelligence Unit 8200, the equivalent of GCHQ. It's the same kind of Labour Party that when the war on terror was launched by Labour in government, had 50,000 shares in BAE Systems, Britain's largest arms company, at the very same time that it launched that war, in what can only be described as an example of insider trading. Because, of course, BAE Systems shares skyrocketed in value through this war that we saw in Iraq and in Afghanistan. You're talking about someone, when you're talking about George Galloway, that has defended people in the Middle East at great detriment to his own career, success, and visibility. So when you're talking about the choice between a Labour Party in Rochdale and George Galloway, I'd vote for George Galloway every single time.